This is Bobby with North Alabama Storm Chase. I posted this information. It's an observed tornado warning. A Skywarn storm spotter has put eyes on this. It is a tornado warning for Lauderdale County. I'm going to get you the particulars on this. Let me get back over here, and we're going to get you the information. There's a tornado warning. It was issued at 12:04. I apologize for not getting on there sooner, but I wanted to post the information first before getting on. It's supposed to expire at 12:45. This storm is moving east at 25 miles per hour. It is an observed tornado. Max hail is less than three-quarter an inch. Locations to be affected is Threet, Zip City, and Underwood, Petersville. Let me give you a, let's see if I get you Iron City at 107 and St. Joseph up in Tennessee at 117. These are our estimated times of arrival. We're watching this cell. This is the one I believe that was out in Boonville. I told you I was going to keep an eye on. While you're here, if you're watching on Facebook, comment and be able to send stars so we can get that digital gift during these live broadcasts. We're simulcasting on Facebook and YouTube. So feel free to send stars on Facebook. Give us a thumbs up over on YouTube. If you're watching this, tell me the audio's good and the graphics are good. Still watching this storm. I'm going to cut over to, let's get over to, let's pop up Omega and let me scan in. So there's some rotation there. Circle it for you. It's anywhere. It's right in here. Excuse me. Hill marker just left, so turn on Mezzo, turn on TVS. See if there's anything that pops up. We'll let you know there is a tornado watch up into northeastern parts of Tennessee and goes up into Kentucky. That tornado watch expires at 7 p.m. They were going to put a tornado watch down to us, but I think they canceled that because I think it was on like about a 60% chance of issuance, so they dropped that. So we'll most likely start getting a tornado watch. Hold on, let me look and see, and I will pull up discussion. Yeah, see, they still have it out, but they're not. I don't think they're going to issue one as of right now. But right now, our main concern is this cell over here in Lauderdale County. Once again, it's an observed tornado warning. Fires at 12:45. It's moving east at 25. Max hail less than three-quarter an inch. Locations Threet, Zip City, and Underwood, Petersville. So if you're in those locations, seek shelter now. Go to a basement. If you don't have a basement or storm cellar or storm shelter or a safe place, get to the lowest part of your home and the most innermost part of your home without windows, and be sure to cover your head and neck. Make sure you've got a helmet with you of some sort. Be in Iron City at 107 and 117, St. Joseph up in Tennessee. Both Iron City and St. Joseph in Tennessee. It come through Waterloo, but I'd already posted the information out on it. So we're just watching this. Here in about 15 to 30 minutes, it'll be moved up into Tennessee, and we'll continue to watch that and see if they'll uh, extend that tornado warning up into Tennessee. Hope the audio is good. Once again, this is just part of that line that moved through early this morning, and we're still expecting strong to severe storms to move in later this afternoon. And we're going to be watching for that damaging wind threat, a tornado threat, hail threat within our area. Damaging winds are the main concern from my point of view. And speaking of that, if you've got loose objects in and around your home, garbage can, trampoline, patio furniture, you need to store those or secure them down before this afternoon comes in. Expected all of this to get through. We have not had hardly any rain whatsoever here in North Alabama and southern Tennessee. Has seen some showers, uh, but we're expecting the atmosphere to reestablish itself and instability will start building back in, and we'll have to deal with the storms later on this afternoon. Once again, this is Bobby Barnett, certified Skywarn Storm Spotter, here on North Alabama Storm Chase. If you got any comments, please share this with us in the comments section on YouTube and Facebook. While you're here, like us, share us, follow us. I'm posting weather information all the time, each and every day. While you're watching these live broadcasts, send stars. I'll just let us know what you think about the broadcast. Once again, I'm here for a few more minutes. Going to wait and see what this system does. And then later on this afternoon, I'll probably be wall to wall coverage as watching the next system come through as that cold front gets a little closer. Sky Signal Weather says shows 28 minutes to Iron City. You're doing a great job. Appreciate that, Sky Signal Weather. Glad you're on board. I'm really hoping this afternoon we don't start getting those discrete cells out in front of the line. If so, we'll be in for a long afternoon and evening. Switch back over to Omega. What you're seeing on the left hand side of the screen, that's high res reflectivity. And on the right side is storm relative velocity. We'll see if the winds are, are to have the rotation. We'll be able to tell the rotation. It looks broad at best. There's still a tornado warning that's observed on this area. It looks like it's just northwest of Cloverdale. Let me see if I can pull up the information on it. Let's see. Tornado warning for northwestern Lauderdale County, northwestern Alabama, northwestern Colbert County, and northwestern Alabama until 12:45. Confirmed tornado was located 7 miles east of J.P. Coleman State Park, moving east at 25. damaging tornado. Broadcast media confirmed tornado. It just goes. Let's see. It's moving at 25. So let's see if I can do this here. It's moving generally in that area. Yeah, so Johnson's Crossroads in 2 minutes, Zip City in 12 minutes, Hines in 16 minutes, Pruitt-on in 22 minutes. That is the impact times for that. Should have pulled it out a little bit further. I'm just trying to get a little leeway there. Just taking Skywarn spotter chat. They're talking about the winds. Pull that up, see what it says. Yeah, it's 77 miles per hour incoming. That's some strong rotation. Broad probably, but it's strong. Let's see. They were looking out of high top. Sky signal weather. Where are you located? If you don't mind me asking. You live over in Waterloo. You're all clear right now. Storm's well to your east. You happen to be watching and living in Waterloo. Just let me know what conditions come through your area earlier as this storm come through. Yeah, sky signal weather. If you're still listening, let me know what area you have a Facebook page or YouTube. I'll be glad to get over and hit you up and hit a like, follow you. Looking at radar Omega, looking at storm relative velocity on the right hand side and high res reflectivity here on the left hand side. Change. Look at that's high res velocity base. Maybe looking at rear flank downdraft RFD. Some strong winds coming off of that. Broad rotation at best. It's correlation coefficient. Anytime we see anything dealing with tornadoes, if we see some uh, different pixels within this correlation coefficient, I mean there's debris being tossed in the air, and I'm not seeing any, so that's just broad rotation. Back to high res. All right, it's just north of Cloverdale. It's like 157. It just crossed 157. Expires in 8 minutes. Or if they've extended that, yeah, tornado warning there. We've got a tornado. I would say it's about right here, moving east, moving at 25. Calculate that and see what we've got. Johnson Crossroads, 2 minutes. Zip City 13 minutes, Hines and 17, Pruitt and 22. Again, they've just extended the information on this. Put another polygon within that one to cover. Don't have any cameras in the air except for none really. I'm sorry. Let me pop that out. Cancel that. One up in Pulaski. We can go and check that out. If it gets anywhere closer, we'll pull that camera up and look, see what we've got. Yeah, they just changed it from an observed to a normal tornado warning polygon. Doesn't mean it's still not there, but it's like it's coming up into Iron City here in the next few minutes, and then it'll come into St. Joseph, it looks like. We are north of Huntsville, Alabama. Well, I'll look you up if you've got a Facebook page, in which I believe you do. I'll look you up and I'll give you a follow and a like. Sky Signal Weather. So everybody that's watching, go over to Sky Signal Weather and give them some love. Also, while you're on here, I want to lift up my Sky One Storm Spotter family over at Storm Spotters of North Alabama. Check them out on Facebook. They'll be posting weather information throughout the day as well. And I post over there. Great bunch of guys and gals over there. Get out storm chasing every now and then. Sky Signal Weather, you're welcome. I've got our own personal weather chat up, and we're constantly watching, giving input to each other, what we may see and what we may not see. And we do this constantly when severe weather comes up. So they've extended that uh, tornado warning up into Tennessee. Let me give you the new information on that if you're watching from southern Tennessee. It's a tornado warning just issued at 12:40, expires at 1:30. Storm motion east at 30 miles per hour. Its radar indicated max hail size less than 3/4 of an inch. And here's the estimated times of arrival for that. Iron City at 1, St. Joseph 109, and Loretto at 118. Get back over to Omega. I'm going to get in here a little bit closer here. We see some any rotation. It looks like they've just continued this. They put a little polygon there. Sky Signal Weather. What you're seeing on the screen right now is WSV3 program I bought. Oh, I would say about 8 to 10 years ago, and I bought it outright. So it's WSV3. Now they're on a subscription service, but uh, if you're interested in it, I would wait till December because the developer Paul, he is fixing to go to a next gen tactical radar system, and it's going to be nothing like that's on the market right now, and it'll probably be a subscription service, and I'm going to switch over to it. But I've been with Paul since day one when he developed this. Actually, I caught an ad on Facebook and seen it and kind of researched it a little bit, and he does a great job. He's constant. Actually, we just got a 7.5 update and had to fix a few bugs and issues we had with some of the things. So, but he's always taking our input. If we've got any ideas, I've been getting with him and sending him emails about doing some, uh, adding some data information as far as winter weather severity. Uh, but we've got a forum page. We get on there and toss ideas around. But he's going to go 2D, 3D model. Actually, with this one, we've had some issues with the street labeling. I could actually go down and street label. As a matter of fact, under the 7.5, I need to go back once all this is out of here and I can get a look at it. I need to see if I can download the street mapping data. And I can go down and label the streets and all of that. But there's been some issues with it. I don't know if that was with Tiger Line, uh, their data, or what it was, but hopefully that'll get fixed. But yeah, it'll. You can go to WSV3.com and you can look at what we're running now, and then he'll probably have a okay sky signal weather. I'll send you some information on that. And thank you. I'll jot your email down and I'll send you the information on what we're running now, and let you have some more information on the new next gen tactical radar that's coming out in December. I want to say it's around December the 13th, but the developers already said we're going to get to test drive some aspects of it here come July. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'll send you the information, but send you some screenshots of what development has been taking place. Take a minute, and I'm gonna write down your email. And I will try and get to that as soon as I can. Most likely it'll be after this event we've got. Susan Miles Yo's. Hey, Bobby, busy weather day. Yes, it is. Just getting started. But this little cell she's holding together, the atmosphere is right for it. I mean, because like I said, we've not had anything to cool us down. If you stepped outside, you feel how muggy it is. And I think our dew points are up in the 70s. Temperature is close to 80, if it's not 80 by now. And there's going to be a lot of instability, and that's going to be moving in later on. And the highest wind shear values will be moving in along with that. So the sky signal weather, I will send you that information. When I send you the screenshots for the new next gen tactical, you'll you'll get excited as I am. But I've been running WSV3. I've run it in my on my laptop in my truck chasing, but I've uh, went over because it's easier to do it on a tablet. I've went to Radar Omega and I run Radar Scope. It's just easier to manipulate on a tablet than it is a laptop. Less bulkier too, easier to get in and get out. Yeah, what you're looking at, sky signal weather, is level 2. On WSV3, we can run level 2, level 3, basic reflectivity. I can do basically anything on here. I can pull up the convective outlooks, break it down by hazards, tornado, hail, wind. There's a lot of information on here. Uh, since we're at a standstill, I'll get back over. But we've got basic uh, tabs. I can pull up all the National Weather Service advisories, mesoscale discussions, local storm reports. This is Cadillac right now, but we're fixing to get into a Lamborghini here come December. And as far as the server side, will be a whole lot better than what this is. Very rarely do we have bugs with this system. It runs real well. And the best thing is everything is customizable. I mean, you can, like when I pull up this box here where it says tornado warning, I can change the font, background, outline. I can change the box color, and I can change. I can do all the polygons. I do all of my polygons by the National Weather Service. All the advisories I do by the National Weather Service, so everything's not confusing. Even you can customize the terrain and the map background, the roads. Everything's customizable. And this next gen product's going to be, when I get it in December, I will probably spend at least 3 weeks to a month, month and a half customizing everything for my liking. You can do the county names, everything. You can customize everything on this. Even if I pull back out, you can see uh, I can do the water, mountains, everything. But the next gen product's going to be something special. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not ignoring this tornado warning. See, you're starting to see these cells pop back out into Tennessee and Mississippi. These are the ones that we're really going to start keeping an eye on as we're getting closer to the noon hour or after noon hours. These right here are the discrete cells that are what we're worried about. But I want to take a look at something just to give you, let's see, just give, does it have access to traffic cams as well? This product doesn't. I don't know if the next gen product will. It, I would think it would, but I'm not sure. I know this product doesn't. That's the reason I've got Radar Omega right now. I can swap back and forth to it. But this product, for what it does, it was worth the money. I spent when it first come out. I spent $400 on this, and I can do anything I want. I put my graphics on it, my label it in any way I want, and I can use it. But now they're under a subscription service, and if I'm not mistaken, don't hold me to it. I think it's 25 a month, which is pretty good. And we've got satellite. I know we just recently went from. Let me show you. Went to the GOES-R went straight to 19. There's the satellite. I can pull up CONUS, full disc, rapid mesoscale. Let me go to rapid mesoscale. See if it'll pull it up. It'll probably pull it up here, or is it under 2? Yeah, it's under 2. So this is the area we're looking at. This is rapid mesoscale 2. And it's got GOES 16 and 19. I think GOES 16 went to 19, I believe, but we've got 17. But we've got full disc. We've got single band, derived RGB. We've got visible, veggie, cirrus, snow, and ice. There's just so much on here. I don't hardly ever get to all of it. Basically, got all the tropical tab for it. Shows the tropics, which Atlantic hurricane season starts June 1st. I can pull up mean sea level pressure. Here's the 10-meter winds. The blue line showing the direction of the winds. I can pull up fronts, centers. See, we have this dry line that runs from Kentucky, Tennessee down to Mississippi. That's the reason those storms are starting to fire. You see that wind's coming out of the south. Well, where this low pressure is over here, you see the winds are starting to change direction there. There's that tornado watch up in parts of northeast Tennessee, up in Kentucky. We can do high res refill. This is temperature, dew point. See, the dew points are real rich right now for our area. Pull up the actual straight. See, we're around a 70 77 dew point. That's rich environment. Here, 70, 72 up close to the Tennessee line, 79 just northeast of Corinth. That's the dew point. Pull up our temperature and see what our temperature is while we're here. 81 in Huntsville. 81 to 82 in Huntsville. Yeah, there's a lot of bells and whistles with this. Like I said, a lot of it I get to, and some of it I don't. Right now, we're just watching this storm up here, right across the Tennessee line now, on this tornado warning. There's the towns to be affected. In about 6 minutes, Iron City, St. Joseph 109, and Loretto at 118. This is for a tornado warned storm. Radar indicated. Moving at east at 30. Right now, we're going to start watching all these cells back over here into West Tennessee, Mississippi, as they start developing and move into our area. We're going to start running to that rich, moist air. We'll see if they expand or if they start popping up. We'll really have to start keeping an eye on it. Because we're after the lunch hour. I said this morning, kind of keep abreast of what's going on after your lunch hour at 12 noon this afternoon and evening. Definitely have your preparedness plan in place. Keep abreast of what's going on. I know Sky Signal Weather just sent some. Let's see. I'm going to go back because I've been on another page. Yeah, thanks for reminding me of that. Sky Signal Weather wanted to remind everybody the weather radios out of National Weather Service Huntsville are up and running, and no service interruption is anticipated. The ones in Nashville and Birmingham will be down, but they're doing a major computer upgrade. I posted that information yesterday. So if you're running weather radios, try and go out of Huntsville. I know it's kind of crazy for them to do that, and I've been reading some text where people are very angry that they would do a major upgrade when they knew days ago that there would be severe weather. But guess what, folks? You can't do nothing about it. Okay, just be prepared. Have your weather radio with fresh batteries. Make sure your cell phone is charged. You've got that weather app on your phone, whether it be one of the local stations, 19, 31, 48, 54. All of them, I believe, have weather apps you can download. Make sure those notifications are on. That way, if something pops up, you'll receive notification. And definitely have, if you've got WEAs on your phone, it's a national alert system, all right, on your cell phone. It's built in. So you go into settings, whether you have Apple or iOS, go into settings, go into notifications, scroll down, make sure those alerts are on, but make sure your do not disturb is set to off, okay? Because if you've got do not disturb, you're not going to receive those weather alerts, those child abduction alerts, or the presidential alerts. You won't receive any of that stuff. So now, if you want to cut it off when it's not, severe weather, that's fine. But during severe weather, make sure you've got your WEAs on your phone. Make sure do not disturb is off, and you've got your alert notifications set to on. You'll see it if you go to settings, notifications. I think scroll down. I think it's different on Apple, and I run Samsung iOS, so mine's always on. I'm constantly receiving child abduction alerts, but when weather it pops up too. That'll be another way to get warnings. Make sure you've got two ways to get alerts this afternoon and evening. But thanks for reminding me about that, about the weather radios. Still haven't forgotten about this tornado warning. It's up in Tennessee. Give you that information, then I'm gonna pop out of here. I'm gonna leave the radar up. I'm gonna go take a little break, give me a little refreshment, and I'll be back. But I'll leave the radar up. Once again, this is a tornado warning up into Tennessee. It's going to be moving east at 30. Let's get you the towns. Iron City at 1, so here in a minute. St. Joseph at 109, Loretto at 118. Leave that up. All right, I'm going to take a little break and I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Just had to get me something to drink. Get a little hoarse when I go long. So I'll be drinking a lot of water, Bright Zero, this afternoon and evening. I'm going to zoom in on this storm here. Looks like it just come through Iron City. This is for tornado warning. Fires at 1:30. Storm motion's east at 30 miles per hour. Radar indicated. Get you some towns to be affected. St. Joseph here in about 4 minutes. Minor Hill at 1:47. These are estimated times of arrival, so it might get there early. It might get there a little bit late. Just kind of gives you a base guideline of what time you should be in your safe place in St. Joseph. Safe place would be in a shelter, basement, most interior room of your home without windows. And make sure you have something to cover your head, whether it be a helmet, a pillow, something. Be sure to protect your head. You got a basement, that'd be a great place to get into. If you're concerned about this evening or afternoon and evening's weather, if you scroll back down on my Facebook page, you'll see I've posted the link from WHNT 19, their community shelter information. You can click on that link and it'll give you community shelters within your area. Ask that if you plan on carrying a pet, dog or cat or whatever, you need to contact them and ask them if they accept pets. Some do and some don't. So I don't want you out on the road trying to get to a community shelter with your pet and then they don't let you in. And the reason being, there's a lot of problems with that if somebody's allergic to a cat or a dog, or there's other, or they don't want nobody to get bit. There's just a lot of factors that goes in that decision. They do want you to get safe. So if you will, just call them and ask them. All the information is there. It gives you the county, the city, uh, the address of where the community shelter is. I'm just looking at a few things. I have to write something down so I'll be pausing my audio here. All right, looks like this cell's starting to get a nice little hell core on it. hail probability about 70%, and that's 3/4 of an inch. Severe hail probability about 30%. So right here is the hail core. Again, if you're watching us here on Facebook, we'll simulcast over on YouTube. During these live broadcasts, please send us some stars. You can scroll down, you'll see it. Just send stars and pick out the amount, send them. That gives us a digital gift from Facebook. That's the way we get part of our donations. And you go into PayPal, you can scan that QR code or go to Cash App, put in $BBNASC, or go to Venmo at BBNASC, and you can donate that way. All your donations do not go directly to me. I take that money and I go and buy weather relief supplies such as tarps, water, other items such as weather radios if we have giveaways, or if somebody cannot afford one, we give that back to them to help keep them informed and safe during severe weather. We also use it for the other weather related items. If somebody has a special need or something, we try and take care of them. So your donations go directly back into the community, and it doesn't go to me personally. So if you can, you're able, please donate to our cause. You can go back through all of my graphics, scroll down, and I usually have graphics posted on all my graphics. Scroll back out. You see, they've just added this tornado watch back over into Mississippi and West Tennessee. Get you that information. It's tornado watch. Expires at 8 p.m. Max hail 2.5 inches, which that should open your eye. Max wind gust, something else that it should open your eyes. 70-mile-per-hour winds, and northeast at 35. Particularly dangerous situation, no. So that's a good thing. But the 2.5 inch max hail and wind gust of 70, that's an eye opener. So we're starting, like I said, we're starting to watch these storms develop over into West Tennessee and Mississippi. We're going to be watching for those. Most likely, we may get a tornado watch. I'd say probably around the 3 o'clock hour, maybe. I don't know that for sure. Let me pull up Meso discussion to see if they've got anything for our area. No, they've canceled that one that was about 60% chance. So nothing as of yet, but I would definitely expect one about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock hour. May come sooner than that. You are watching live broadcast North Alabama Storm Chase severe weather coverage. It is 1:13 p.m. on May 20th, 2025. So glad you could join me today. We are simulcasting on YouTube and Facebook. If you got any comments, feel free to post them in the comments and they'll pop up, and I'll try and get to them as soon as I can. If you just want to say hi or tell me where you're watching from, I'd like to hear from you. I always like to interact and correspond with our viewers. You're the reason I do this, to keep you informed. But we are watching those sales back over into Mississippi. We're probably in for a long afternoon and evening, and I'll be right here, wall to wall coverage. We'll let you know if we get that damaging wind threat, which it is about a 45% chance from the Storm Prediction Center. Be sure to tie down those loose objects outside. Once again, emphasize your trampolines, garbage cans, patio furniture, anything that's loose. Store that or secure it down. Expecting we may have some tree limbs down, which could take out power lines. So we may have some power outages within North Alabama and Southern Tennessee due to the damaging wind threat. But we're going to be sitting here, and all modes of severe weather will be possible today. That's damaging wind gusts, tornadoes, hail, heavy rainfall. So I know we've need a break, but we'll just have to deal with it and get through this together. Once again, you're looking at level 2 radar out of Columbus, Mississippi. I'm going to pop over to, let's see, go back to Omega and see what its cells just moved on me. Let me scroll back out. Looks like that cell is kind of dying out, which is a good thing. They'll probably uh, not extend this, hopefully. That's looking out at I believe it's Pulaski, Tennessee. The low, dark gray clouds, a couple of breaks in them. Yeah, that's out of UT Southern, Pulaski, Tennessee. That's their camera right there in Pulaski. Let's see what the information is on this. It says it's in effect till 1:30, so we'll keep an eye on that. I don't know if they'll extend that out or not. I'm looking at broad rotation. That was just a new scan that come in. Give some information if you just join us. That's a tornado watch. Expires at 8 p.m. That's out over in Mississippi and Western Tennessee. Most likely, like I said, we'll probably get one here, most likely around the 3, 4 o'clock range. And it all depends on what these cells right here are going to do and the speed of those cells. Not seeing a lot of hail with them. I don't know if I've got light cut on. Got it cut off. That moving at 30. I'm gonna try something here. Let's do some manual tracking here from where this is right here. Oh, good. Let me got it move northeast. Still watching these cells back over in the Mississippi. Keep an eye on those. I'm going to, let's see. Try and share an image. Check out Sky Signal Weather says check out Haze Cam's website. They have a few cameras you can view. Let me. I'm gonna try and let me pull this up. Kenny Duckett, one of the storm chasers, uh, will correspond with every now and then. Somebody sent him a graphic, and so it's been posted. So I don't think I'm at any trouble if I do share it. Hang on, let me see if I can add it. And another screen's black. Let me add this image. Uh, let's take 1 second here. Okay, let me. I'll fit the screen. Everybody can see this. This is from Kenny Duckett. Somebody, I guess, sent it to him or he pulled it up. It's from Melissa Garrison. It's picked from Cherokee. That's the Waterloo side. This is the far northwest corner of Alabama earlier this hour. You see that tornado coming across the water. It wouldn't be a water spout. That's actual tornado that's going across the water. So that's an image there that was posted from Melissa Garrison. Picked from Cherokee. That's the Waterloo side. I can't confirm that if it's an actual picture from this hour, but I'm going to assume somebody wouldn't post that from an earlier date. That's them just sharing that uh, because it was shared online. All right, let's see. I want to get back here. I don't know if they're going to continue this or not. They're starting to reduce that polygon. I'm not really seeing any strong indications of rotation. Probably some good rear flake downdraft. Yeah, I'm not seeing really anything there. So they'll probably discontinue that tornado warning, hopefully, here within the next 10 to 15 minutes. Sky Signal, I will write that down to Haze Cam. I'll give it a look here after a while. It looks like the hail core on that's starting to dwindle. Still watching these cells back out over into West Tennessee and Mississippi, watching for those. Well, I believe once they drop this tornado warning on this cell up here in southern Tennessee, I will probably get off air and take me a little break because I got a feeling this afternoon is going to be a long, drawn out situation. But we will go wall to wall unless I get out and chase if warranted. So, but we will have a lot of our Skywarn storm spotters out there or monitoring from home, sharing information. Be sure to go to Sky Signal Weather that just popped on. I appreciate y'all watching. Um, give them a like, follow them. Go to Skywarn Storm Spotters of North Alabama, their Facebook page. You have to answer just a few questions, 3 or 4 questions, and then they'll accept your invitation to come on to there. their page. We do that because we try and get away from all these spam placements within the Facebook page. So we have to go through that uh, questionnaire. So it's like 3 or 4 questions. Just answer them, and once it posts up, they'll going to accept uh, your questions, and they'll get you into their site. Mine, you just like, follow, and share. Also comment. I'm gonna say anytime I go live, please send stars. Go over to YouTube, subscribe to that channel, give us a thumbs up, and you comment over there. We simulcast. Speaking of our Skywarn Storm Spotters, I want to mention Taryn, both Chris's, April, Candace, Mike, Joshua, Steve, and Jonathan. Uh, Great bunch of guys and girls. They're my family, and I really do appreciate them. Sky Signal says there are several storms that just fired up in central east Arkansas. Yep, we're going to start seeing a lot of development. Uh, Back out. I'm going to turn off the next red. I'm going to go to basic radar, and we'll see a lot more. Yeah, you see back over here into Arkansas, severe thunderstorm warning, special weather statement. Just one or two lightning flashes, 2 or 3. But all these storms are starting to develop over in our area. Remember this morning, National Weather Service, I'm not saying they're wrong, National Weather Service had stated the timing would be around 7 p.m. for western counties of Alabama and western Tennessee or southern Tennessee. And I told you this morning I would going to be weather ready uh, around 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon, just for this uh, image that we're looking at right now on radar. I figured we'd start having cells develop. Now, that line you see up into eastern Tennessee, moving up into Kentucky, if that would have come through and brought us some rain showers, I feel like it would have uh, tamped down a little bit of our severe weather. But since that didn't happen, I know there's some areas that's been overcast, and there's some areas that's received sunshine. But when I showed you temperatures early, close to 80, 81 degrees, and the dew points were in the 70s, uh, ample areas for development of severe thunderstorms. So what we don't want is these rogue cells popping out all by themselves, and that's the reason we're going to keep a eye on them. You see, just now they've changed this over, so that's the reason I'm saying they're probably going to drop that tornado warning, and it's went to a special weather statement. Storm motions east at 30, max hail size 1/4 inch, max wind gust 30. So it's lost some of its punch, but locations to be affected would be Goodspring, Leoma, Pulaski, Minor Hill, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Let me give you some information. Track Pulaski at 202. It's still, and that shows 205 on the backside. So anywhere around 2 o'clock for Pulaski, be ready for this. You're probably going to see some heavy rainfall, some strong gusty winds, but I do believe that they will drop this tornado warning on this right at 1:30. It's 1:27 right now, so they're probably going to drop that. They've issued that special weather statement out in front of it, kind of give you notification of small hail and those 30-mile-per-hour winds. All right, I'm fixing to jump off of here, but before I leave, and it's fresh on my mind, I want to definitely emphasize: be kind to our local meteorologists. Okay, if something happens in your area, they're going to warn you. They're going to get you alerted to what's going on. But if nothing happens in your area, don't start sending hate texts and hate emails. Be thankful that you didn't see any bad weather. Okay, let's just be be glad that nothing happened in your area. But definitely lift them up and definitely give them some love. Yeah, kiss. We're thankful for them. I know I am. So just be kind to them. As a matter of fact, if you see them online, send them an uplifting message. Tell them you're praying for them. You're happy that they're doing what they're doing. Just give them a shout out. That'll lift their spirits because just like me, they're going to have a long afternoon and evening, and they do it to try and keep our community safe and aware of what's going on. So be sure and drop them a text if they go live, or just if you get them on Facebook, send them a message and tell them that, you're thankful for them. I've been receiving a lot of hate text and hate emails here lately, and for no reason at all. So be sure and do that. Just takes a minute. Send them a text. Your favorite, I'm not going to call out anybody, whoever your favorite local meteorologist is, send them a text and say, hey, I'm praying for you and wish you well, and you have strength to get us through uh, this bad weather this afternoon and evening. Well, all right. Since they've dropped that down to a special weather statement, I'm going to drop off of here, get me a little bit of rest. I'm going to look at some other data and look at models, and I'm going to continually watch these storms over into Tennessee and Mississippi, and I will pop back on when need be, as soon as things start popping out. All right, this is Bobby with North Alabama Storm Chase. Watching out for you. We'll chat with y'all shortly.